Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Showdown. You got Terry here, and today we're actually going to try out the underused tier on Pokemon Showdown, which, for those of you who have played, underused, or UU as it's known as, can be one of the funner tiers, especially when you're trying to use some of the Pokemon that aren't quite as overplayed and overpowered, but still have a nice role and can even be used sometimes in the higher tiers. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I got a team that's got a few new Pokemon: Caparaja, uh, Galarian Weezing, which looks so cool with its stovepipe hat, and Poltegeist, or not Poltegeist, excuse me. Oh, what's it called? The teapot. Oh yeah, no, Poltegeist. Yeah. Uh, um, it's a lot of fun as a sweeper. We got the sash on it. We got defog support with that Galarian Weezing. Incineroar is pretty good down here in this tier. Specs Keldeo, not a lot wants to switch in on that. And it gets the flip turn move now, which, for those of you who don't know, is a move that lets you switch out when you use it. So it can be used to kind of gain some momentum. And then Umbreon is a great wish Pokemon that can pass off some wishes to Weezing and Incineroar. Incineroar doesn't really have any recovery on this team. It's rocking the heavy-duty boots. And Weezing has Black Sludge, but sometimes that passive recovery just isn't enough. And then Caparaja, if you can get this in on the right matchup, sometimes not a lot can touch this thing, and it can hit hard back. And it's also going to be what I used to get my Stealth Rock up on the field. Let's give this team a go. See how we're feeling. So, this team looks very interesting. I would imagine it's probably Lee Jirachi, maybe like a Trick Scarf variant. In which case, I think Weezing would be a good initial lead because they want to trick themselves a Black Sludge. That's cool with me. And we can throw off a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so they go Incineroar. Weezing's still not a bad matchup here. And I think, honestly, we should just do give them a strange steam. Because they could always go Arcanine, but then we can go out into our own Incineroar and Parting Shot. Yeah, so I kind of thought they might do that. I might imagine that they're going to go out into this Arcanine. Or Jirachi, okay. So they're definitely looking to be Scarfed, or some kind of choice-locked item. So let's start off a Will-O-Wisp. So they Iron Head immediately. They don't get the flinch chance, which for those of you who don't know, Jirachi with its ability, Serene Grace, can turn, it doubles the secondary effects of its moves. So Iron Head has a 30% chance to flinch, so on Jirachi that's a 60% chance to flinch. So more than half the time your opponent can't move if you're faster. So with this thing being crippled, I think we go out into Copperage and try to get up Stealth Rocks. Yeah, see, they're not. I mean, we're eating that for breakfast. So let's just click Rocks. Okay, so they reveal not to be Scarfed. I'm interested in what they might be. They could be a Salt Vest, they could have a Berry. But either way, I say we go for that Heat Crash. This is actually, with its ability, Heavy Metal. Uh, Heat Crash is based on the weight of the Pokemon. And Copper is already very heavy. For those of you who have played Sword and Shield, it's a giant metal elephant. So then when you give it the ability Heavy Metal, it doubles its weight. Oof. This Heat Crash is going to hurt. Because that's kind of a nice mid-round play, because it hits everything, unless it's Flash Fire Arcanine. But Incineroar is a pretty safe switch into a Flash Fire Arcanine. I say go for Icy Wind. Interesting set. And Heat Crash just blows them back sideways. So they go out in Incineroar. It reveals to be heavy-duty boots because it doesn't take any damage from our entry hazards, our stealth rocks. They're probably just going to go right for a Flare Blitz or a knockoff. Either way, we can probably just go our own Incineroar because they don't seem to have a rocker left. So if they want to knock off our own heavy-duty boots, that's fine. They're kind of useless on my Incineroar at this point. But they Parting Shots, so trying to gain some momentum. I would imagine they'd go into Lucario here. Or, okay, so Scyther. I'm just going to hit this with the Will-O-Wisp. Nice. So what this kind of lets me do is just, I think we can probably just try to knock this thing out with a knockoff. Get pretty close at least. So it is banded. I don't know what else Incineroar can really do this game. It can't come in on much and get a wish. We're going to just hit knockoff again on the off chance they switch. Let them die so they can't get the momentum. So here they're probably going to go that Incineroar again. We're going to go Keldeo, because Keldeo can now hit everything super effectively with Secret Sword. And if none, besides Arcanine, but if none of these guys are Scarfed, a Choice Specs Keldeo is going to blow them back. So there's one, yeah. So Skyrim's definitely not heavy-duty boots. It might be Scarfed. We're going to go into Caparajah, see how they react to that. Yeah, so Freeze Dry is an ice move that's super effective against water types, which I get. Here we're just going to Heavy Slam, because it's, well, yeah, we're going to Heavy Slam. So they go out into Arcanine, which reveals to be Intimidate. Heavy Slam does a little bit. This looks to be heavy-duty boots. Keldeo, I feel, is pretty safe. Yeah, they go for Teleport. But all the switching is not going to really help them much in the long run. We're just going to hit Secret Sword again. Yeah, Extreme Speed will do a nice little chunk, but not really enough. We go back out into Arcanine. And they forfeit. Yeah, we kind of had him in a corner there. Good game. Let's just go on to the next one, I guess. Yeah, I've been playing the new Pokemon Sword and Shield game. It's quite a bit of fun. I actually just got it not that long ago myself. And all right, we're in a battle right now. But yeah, some of these Pokemon are real cool to look at on the Nintendo Switch. Some real beautiful graphics, and the sprites that they import to Pokemon Showdown, they do a phenomenal job here too. So it's either going to be probably maybe that Barraskewda could be pretty quick. I think we go Keldeo because a Dark type is pretty good on a Klefki, and see how they react. Mamoswine. So we're going to go for a flip turn right away. If Mantine comes in, good play. So Pinchurin. So they're trying to set up that terrain early. That plus a Alolan Raichu can be devastating to some teams. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch into Caparajah and try to get a Brox here. That way they're not just switching for free all the time. They go for a Hydro Pump. Doesn't really do much. Kind of surprised they went for that. Maybe they're predicting Incineroar. Either way, we're going to go for an Earthquake here. Does a lot. Yeah, Caparajah hits extremely hard. They go for a Toxic Spikes. I could always defog those away later if I need to. We're going to fire off another Earthquake as they forfeit. Okay. Well, works for me. I'm not sure what happened there, but on to the next one. Am I right? I know they were, besides that Alolan Raichu core, they were going to have a tough time. Now this guy definitely presents quite a hyper offense team. A little bit of Porygon 2 support there, which is quite tanky. I'm not sure if it would be setting up Trick Room or just kind of a recover Toxic set, but I predict either that Lycanroc, Dusk form, or Mamoswine. So we should just go Keldeo. No, Weezing, because we can throw off a Will-O-Wisp. Yep, Lycanroc, Dusk. So let's try to get a Will-O-Wisp off if we can. That'd be... Yeah, they go for Taunt, which is not surprising. I just wanted to see if they had it. So now we know they have it. So now we can't get caught off guard anymore. Strange Steam does a little under half, so it's a 3-hit knockout. We're going to Strange Steam again. Yeah, we're going to Strange Steam again. I can't imagine they have a whole lot to do to me. They might be Endeavor, Accelerock, but... that just means we can get our own rocks up later, and they'd be forced to defog. So when Teleon comes in, Umbreon's a pretty safe switch into this. I think a lot of these things are running Scope Lens, Focus Energy. Yeah, so it hits pretty hard, but we are max special defense. So I'm going to toss a Toxic their way, and we'll see how much they do. I assume they just go for Snipe Shot here. Or maybe Hydro Pump, but Snipe Shot can be pretty fun to run with this thing with its ability Sniper and Scope Lens. Yeah, so Snipe Shot doesn't even do quite half. We miss our Toxic, but that's really not the end of the world because we can Wish, Protect, and get our health up pretty well. So just take a little longer, but that's okay. Important thing is to keep this thing healthy because we definitely need this for this Inteleon and possibly that Noivern. Yeah, Snipe Shot, a 100% critical hit is does quite a bit, but we'll just keep wishing and protecting. I don't imagine they have a whole lot more that can hit me. They probably get Dark Pulse and Ice Beam. That won't do much. So we'll wish protect again. This can be frustrating, but to deal with mons like these, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So we'll do wish protect one more time. So wish. So they didn't go for snipe shots. So now we don't really even have to protect. We can just throw off a free toxic. They might be going for the flinch here, trying to save some PP. But either way, that toxic is huge. Because nothing really wants to switch in on this right now. And I don't intend on switching anything else into this. I'm going to try to let this thing go down to the toxic. We might as well use our protect. Because they're going to probably die to the next turn of toxic. They definitely will, actually. So we'll go for wish. Yeah, I know, man, but I gotta do it, so. Either way. So wish. Okay. We'll just go, We'll go out in a wheezing. Take some rocks damage, and I'm sure Lycanroc would go for... Oh, it goes for taunt. Okay. Do you, man, but I'm just going to throw off a strange steam and watch one of your guys going to take some damage. Pretty frail team. Darmanitan takes not a ton, but I mean, it can't do a whole lot back. If it wants to Flare Blitz, it's going to do a lot of recoil. So we're going to throw off a strange steam, just see what it does. So yeah, it goes for that Flare Blitz. We can always wish into that later. Try to help it out. It's definitely... I think that's banded because we're max defense, max hit points. We're going to go ahead and Incineroar. Try to lower this thing's attack a little bit. We should resist this. Yeah, Incineroar is so tanky, man. It's such a cool mon. Knockoff here's the play. I think they should switch. Porygon 2. Nice. So knock off that Eviolite, make it a little more manageable. We're going to get a Will-O-Wisp off so we can start having something to wear this down a little bit, force them to go for some recovers later. Go for Tri-Attack. Ooh. Oh, we miss. Well, here, we're just going to Parting Shot. And even though we took damage, that's okay, because now we're going to get a chance to go for a Wish with Umbreon, and whatever they want to bring in, we're going to make the switch accordingly. And Weezing should be able to live even after rocks, and a Wish should put this at a nice amount of HP. Yep, just barely, but we still did it. And now we are going to throw off a Will-O-Wisp. Try to attempt to burn this thing. Double Will-O-Wisp can be quite useful. Don't get the flinch, we don't miss. Nice. So now here I say we go for Defog. Get rid of these rocks. Yep, Iron Head's just bouncing off us at that point. That's nice. So now I think we can go to Keldeo pretty safely. And then throw off a Specs Scald. And nothing really, I don't think, is going to want to switch into that. A Hydro Pump would be even better. It's a little more inaccurate, but I think we go for it. Go for yep, and I think you kind of knew at this point Keldeo just kind of cleaned him up. So, good game, my man. We're, our hiker guy is doing quite well there. So, we run into another matchup. This guy's got some scary threats. Scyther with dual wing beat is absolutely nasty. Arcanine Rotom make a good defensive core. I think what we do is lead with Caparaja. I'm thinking he'll go Scyther first, honestly, or Crocodile. So maybe not Caparaja. Maybe Wheezing. Yeah, Wheezing. Yep. So he'll probably go for Taunt. If I were him, I'd Taunt. So to scout for a Will-O-Wisp. He Iron Tails. Ooh. Ooh. Well, Strange Team still does a good chunk. Now, does he think we'd switch here? Either way, we're gonna go to Incineroar. So we can kinda goof around this a little bit. I just didn't think Will-O-Wisp there was the safest play we could have made. Yep, so this thing can't really hurt us too bad. And I would think a knockoff here would be pretty free. Knock something's item off. Yeah, I mean, so that's probably Specs. I mean, we're very bulky on the specially defensive side. So Specs Volts would probably do about that much. Going to Rotom. Knock off its Scarf. Oh, good, so they can't trick that to us later. Given that information, let's go Umbreon. Just see what's what. I mean, if they want to trick and take our leftovers, that's fine. We still got Wish support and all that. And I don't need Umbreon like I needed in last game. And nothing on their team is immune to Toxic. So we could get one off and see how they play around that. And I definitely wouldn't go into Celebi. And let's Protect so we can get another round of Toxic off. And also gain a little more from our leftovers. So they go for U-turn right away. Probably the smart play. We're going to switch right out into Incineroar, get an Intimidate off. So this U-turn shouldn't... Oh, so they go for a Swords Dance. Okay. We're going to go into Wheezing, because I'm guessing they won't do a Wing Beat. But if they do on the off chance... Or excuse me, not Wheezing, Caparaja. Do a Wing Beat won't do a ton, and we also resist U-turn. I don't think this Scyther has a whole lot to hit me with. And what's nice is here, I can just knock it out with a Heavy Slam in return. Yeah. So Scyther goes down, that's cool. You got an Arcanine, so this is probably Flash Fired. None of them really run Justified. I mean, if they do, more power to them, but either way, I'm going to go into Keldeo and flip turn around. Well, I don't know if I will flip turn, actually, because the Helios could be a problem. We're going to Secret Sword. Yep, they go into the Helios like I thought, trying to get a prediction off, because Helios has the ability Dry Skin, which basically just makes it immune to water. That's the important thing to look out for with it. So this thing's not Scarfed, and I'm guessing it's running a lot of speed, not a lot of defense. I think a Spec Secret Sword might knock this out at this point. Yeah, nice. So they go into Celebi. Celebi is the one I've been kind of worried about, but I think Polteageist should be able to set up on it pretty easily and clean up against it. So we're going to go out into our Incineroar. They U-turn. Okay, trying to get that momentum back. But I don't know what could do much against my Incineroar. Crocodile's Intimidate. So, I mean, you can knock it out, I guess, here if you want. But I'm going to throw on a Will-O-Wisp. And nothing should have priority. So I think we go into our Focus Sash Polteageist, hit Shell Smash, and hopefully just win the game from here. Let's see. Yeah, so they knock off. Now, if you guys know, this thing has weak armor, where when it gets hit, its defense goes down by 1. But it doesn't have that great defense anyway, but its speed goes up by 2. So that boosts store power even more. And it makes us speedier. So we're going to go for a Giga Drain. Get some health back. Wow, yeah, we go back up to half health. And I think this guy probably knows his goose is cooked. So we just click store power against this thing. Because that does more than even a stab Shadow Ball. If you guys don't know what store power does, basically the more stat boosts you get, the more it powers itself up. So, like, Polteageist was tailor-made. As this guy forfeits, so pretty good game. I think we'd probably get another game in if we really wanted to. And I'm honestly having a lot of fun with this team. I mean, it was something I spent some time thinking about. Caparaj is a pretty tough customer. So this team looks pretty tough. Not gonna lie. Maybe they go Flygon to YouTube. Oh, well, we'll do another match. That's ridiculous. Sorry about that. Just we're back on track though. So this team looks really interesting. Sun-based with that Ninetales and Leafeon, and then kind of a defensive core with that Skarm, Arcanine, Blissey. I don't think Leafeon can do much against Incineroar and Caparajah, so they're probably going to go off with that Crocodile or Skarmory. I say we go Incineroar. We can always switch out on the Crocodile. Yeah, that's okay. They intimidate us, but we intimidate them too. And we go Keldeo. And then yeah, that's awesome. So we're gonna go Keldeo. We're gonna click Flip Turn. They shouldn't stay in on this. I guess as they go into Ninetales or Blissey. Or they stay. Okay. A mad lad, as you could say. We'll still go out to Incineroar. See what their play is. They'll probably teleport if they have it. Okay, so they try to Will-O-Wisp, so close, but not really. So we'll knock off, get rid of its item if we can, so that way we can't get passive damage on that Rocky Helmet. So we'll see what this item is, actually, which will help us out. So it's a Rocky Helmet, too. Oh, neat. So double Intimidate, double Rocky Helmet. Some VGC tech right there. We'll go right out into Weezing. They go for Hone Claws, so they're going for something. They're trying to build something juicy. Stone Edge kind of doesn't do much. It's not really stab, and a burn should cripple them pretty well. So now we'll start throwing our Strange Steam at them. Which, of course, bounces off Blissey. But I think Caparaj is a really great play into Blissey, because not only can Blissey probably not touch us much. I mean, yeah, they have rocks, but we can get up rocks of our own now. And they don't have heavy-duty boots on Arcanine. That's not going to appreciate that. Neither is Ninetales. So, yeah, we definitely want rocks up. And I seriously doubt Ninetales is. Heavy-duty boots. So, going to Skarmory. We're going to Heat Crash. 120 base power. Oh, yeah. Give me that. And we can always defog later and get our own rocks back up on the Blissey. Yeah, I don't know, man. Roost ain't going to save you. I'm just going to keep throwing off the Heat Crash. So is this like an all-Rocky Helmet team? This is pretty interesting, actually. I mean, with leftovers, we're not going to knock ourselves out. Yeah, Heat Crash is still going to do a decent chunk to this. I mean, 38%. I say we go out into Weezing here and attempt to defog. It's okay if they knock us off. We can always wish this up later. And Sylveon doesn't do a ton to this. So we're going to defog right now. Get up that spike, get off the spikes, and get off the stealth rocks. And then we're going to go out into Umbreon. Yep, not really doing much. We're going to click Wish. Yeah, I'm not really getting the Stone Edge on this, but maybe they're hoping a crit? I mean, either way, we're going into Weezing. This should live a crit even if they get one. They go for a knockoff, try to get rid of our leftovers. As this guy forfeits. So, this has been fun, but I think we're going to try this team out again, maybe on the next live or another live. This team is really fun, and I think it has a lot of potential to help us ladder up pretty high. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you.